Hello everybody and welcome to a new week on Verbling in the middle of September. I hope you've had a great weekend. I hope you've had a bit of a rest, maybe done some English studying, maybe done something special or exciting this weekend, who knows. But if you have had a boring weekend, maybe we can cheer up your Monday with a Verbling class. And today's class is called The Problems with Passion. We're going to be talking about work and whether or not it really is a good idea to try to follow your passion in your job, or is it going to lead to problems? So we're going to be looking at an article, reading that and then discussing what we think about it. So if you'd like to join us, come along in. It's going to be a fun class, I hope. And while we're waiting for everybody to get here, I'll just let you know that there are a few pages you might want to have a look at when you have a spare moment here on Verbling. The first one's probably the most important. That's the Verbling teacher page. And if you have never seen a Verbling teacher page before, you should go and check one out. Mine is there in the chat box for you. And this is the place where you can find everything you need to know about each of the teachers on Verbling. So if you go to the teacher page, you can see when they're free on their schedule. If you want to book a private tutoring session, then you can do so from there. You can attend their classes. You can watch their welcome videos, some class excerpt videos, see their experience, and also write a message. So if you do have anything else that's not answered, do please get in touch. If you're a Facebook person, you might also want to follow some of the teachers on Facebook. And you can see that in the chat box, the second of the two links. So let's say hello to everybody. Who do we have to talk about problems with passion, or maybe not problems? We're going to find out whether we think they're problems or not. So, Natasha, good morning, good evening, welcome.
Good evening, Amy. Good evening, guys. It's good to see you.
It's great to see you too, Natasha. How was your weekend?
Maybe I have had a nice weekend. I started my full-time job, so I'm really very busy, but I like these verbal classes, and I will try to take them a lot. So I met many of my previous friends, and I think that I have had really a lot of fun on this week and weekend.
Excellent. That's great to hear and a good start. So I'm glad you've had a good weekend, and congratulations on your new job, Natasha.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome. Okay, who else do we have? Mikkel, hello.
Hello. Nice to see
Hello.
you.
Nice to see you too. Have I met you before, Mikkel?
Yes, I think that is my second class with you.
Okay, well, it's nice to see you again. Where are you from? Please remind me.
I'm from San Sebastian. It's a small city
That's right.
in the Basque,
Now I
Basque
remember.
country. Yeah.
All right, awesome. It's good to see you again. How was your weekend, Mikkel?
Good. It was good. Maybe the main thing or the most important thing that we have done is there was a rowing race here in San Sebastian. I will put it in the chat room. You can see in the chat. You can see this in the chat box. Yeah, the link. There is it's a local sport. It's a specific rowing sport here in the Basque Country, and it was the main race in all the year. So a lot of people come to our city, and there is a very good ambience in the
environment,
city.
atmosphere.
Yeah, atmosphere. Yeah.
Awesome. That does look fun, I must say. So rowing is quite a big thing in your part of the world.
Okay.
That's awesome, Mikkel. It's kind of fun to have something specific and interesting going on in your city. And obviously rowing's pretty popular in my country as well. So there you go. Awesome. Lovely to have you back. Welcome.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Maria, how are you doing?
Hello, I am fine. And you?
I'm great, thank you, Maria. So did you do anything exciting at the weekend, or was it just a plain old regular weekend?
No, regular weekend. My weekend was very relaxing. I was watching a lot of movies and having beers with my friends. Nothing else.
Oh, well, that sounds like a great weekend to me.
Yes.
All right, wonderful. And how's everything else going? Is your English learning going okay? Are you finding Verbling helpful?
Yes. Thanks to Verbling, I think that I improve little by little.
Great.
Because of this way, I think that I can speak in English with someone.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's absolutely true that you say little by little, Maria, because language learning is quite slow.
Yes.
And you have to persevere for a long time, but well done for keeping on going, and you'll get there eventually.
Okay, thanks.
Ksenia, hello, and how was your weekend?
Hello. I had an usual weekend, I think. Nothing special.
Nothing special. I was thinking about you, Ksenia, this weekend because one of my friends went crazy with her nails. She like decorated her nails with all of these different colors and patterns, and I think it took her several hours. And I thought, Ksenia probably is doing that right now as well, or maybe she's in bed. But yeah, they did look very good. I should have taken a photo actually. So a regular weekend, and how's everything else going? Work okay?
Yes, I'm very busy, so I take only 1 or 2 classes every day.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have a lot of time for learning nowadays.
Yeah, you're full up. Although having said that, 1 or 2 classes a day is still excellent for maintaining your progress because it keeps you going, even if it's just a short time. So still great. Well done.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Julian.
Hi, Amy. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm great. Yes.
Wonderful.
It's very hot today.
It's hot.
Yeah, here. I don't know. The word is crazy because normally in this part of the year, it's cold and rainy, but now it's sunny and hot. I don't know what happened.
I think this is the experience a lot of us are having, actually, Julian. No matter where you are, crazy weather.
Yeah.
So we actually had a really mild winter, although I have been wearing jumpers. But yeah, it's already coming into spring, so I know what you mean. Really strange.
Yeah.
But everything's going okay apart from the crazy weather?
Sorry? No, I don't know.
Everything's going okay apart from the crazy weather?
Yeah, everything's okay. The weekend was quiet, and I stayed with my family. We went to the pool near here, near to this city.
Cool. That sounds like fun. All right.
Yes,
wonderful.
It was very fun.
I'm glad you had a good, fun weekend. And welcome.
Yeah. Thank you.
Before I say hello to Jose, I just want to point out, guys, that today's class is obviously about passion and work. So I just want you to, while we're saying hello and greeting everybody this morning, just have a think about your job. And do you feel passionate about it? Is it like something you were born wanting to do? Is it something that you desperately can't wait to do when you wake up in the morning? Or is it the total opposite? Do you kind of hate your job? Is it really boring and unfulfilling? Or are you somewhere in between? Are there parts of your job that you really do love and parts that you could let go easily? Just have a think about that, because we are going to talk about that later. Okay, Jose, welcome and hello. How are you?
Hi, Amy. I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking. And you?
Yes, I'm great, thank you, Jose. And tell us about your weekend. One good thing that you did at the weekend.
My weekend, it was a normal weekend. I had English classes on Berlin on Saturday. I had 2 hours of classes on Berlin, and on Sunday, I had 2 classes more.
2 more classes.
And the rest of the weekend, I spent Yes, 2 more classes. I spend the rest of the weekend with my family at home.
Oh, right. That sounds like a fabulous weekend, Jose.
Yes.
All right, welcome. Lovely to have you. David, Lego Man, how are you? Haven't seen you for a while.
Yes, it's been a while. I'm good, thank you. And you?
Good. I'm great, thank you, David. And tell us something about your life. How are things going? Is your English learning going okay?
I think so, indeed. Today morning I received a visit of 2 guys, one from Australia and another from Portugal. And I have a meeting with them for about 2 hours, and we were speaking in English for all the meeting, and I'm quite proud about my level.
Very good.
Yes.
You should be proud, David. That's awesome. Well done.
And it's just yesterday morning, I attended my first class with a teacher who uses rap to teach English. I'm sure that you know it. You know him? No?
No, I don't know him.
And
What's his
Fluency
name?
MC. Fluency MC.
Okay, I'll have to look him up. What was
If
it
you
like?
look for him, amazing. It's another way to learn English, and I don't like rap. I like music, but I don't like rap. But in this way, I think it's very very easy to be engaged and to start. The key in this method, I think, it's to become fluent earlier and try to repeat and remember idioms and many things. And if you can sing it, I think you will be able to remember always these things. And
Yeah,
it's
sure.
a different way. I like
That's
it.
awesome. How fun. That's very cool, David. I'm glad you shared that with us. Thank you.
Thanks.
Just a word. Today morning, we don't call today morning. We call it this morning, okay?
This morning, okay.
I'm going to sneeze. Oh.
Keep-
Excuse me. That wasn't your fault, David. Okay. Hello, Anna.
Hello.
Sorry to greet you with a sneeze, Anna. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm happy to be in your class.
Great. I'm happy to have you, Anna. What's some news for us? Have you got any news?
No, same old, same old.
Same old, same old. Fair enough. Well, that's good. It just means that everything is kind of moving along as usual. Nothing to worry about. So, welcome. It's lovely to have you, Anna. And Adela, hello and welcome.
Hello, Amy. How are you today?
I'm great, thank you. Adela, how are you doing?
Well, tired because it's the first day with the students, but well.
Good. First day back teaching today after the holidays.
Yes, yes. It's a little hard.
Yeah, definitely. It's a bit of a shock to the system when you first go back after having the summer to relax. So I know how you feel. Do you have any exciting expeditions planned coming up, Adela?
No, exactly. I think this course, I hope, was no, it will be same the last year. That would be good for me.
All right, so that you know what's coming up.
Yes, not better, but same is enough.
Yes, absolutely. All right, wonderful. Well, it's good to see all of you. We're going to head over to our article now so that we can practice our reading. It's not too long, so it shouldn't take us too long to read. And I want you to just pay careful attention to each paragraph because there's some juicy bits So what we're going to do is read a little bit and then discuss what we think about it. So I hope you've been thinking about your jobs. Click on the link if you would like to, otherwise you can just follow along with me. And we're going to start with Adela. If you could read the title for us, please, Adela.
The many problems with follow your passion.
Great, thank you. So, it seems to be something that you hear a lot these days, that you should always follow your passion in your job. But this article is saying, actually, this might not be the best idea, and it explains why. So, we're just going to read a little bit before we start talking. Adela, could you read this intro for us, please?
Yes, a lot of career advice is built around a slogan like follow your heart or follow your passion. A popular YouTube video, What If Money Was Not Object, narrated by British writer Alan Watts, suggests that unless you ask yourself what makes you itch and pursue the answer, you will spend your life completely wasting your time.
Thank you, Adela. Okay, we're not going to watch the video today in class, but if you do want to watch it, it's a great practice, and feel free to watch that later on. Let's see if anyone would like to respond to this. So, do you think that this guy, Alan Watts, has something going on there? Is it true that if you don't pursue your passion, then you'll spend your life completely wasting your time? Would anyone like to comment?
I agree, but not. Sorry. I agree, but not only talking about job. I think perhaps you have to ask yourself this question, but you can ask this question about many other topics in your life, like hobbies or things you like to do, and these things are not necessarily work. I think you can use your work to do what you want in your life. I think it's better to work to live than live to work.
Okay, thank you, David. Great start. Would anyone else like to comment or reply to David?
May I?
Sure.
I agree. I believe that when you have to make a choice that will decide your life, your job, you have to ask yourself what ticks you off, and then chase your dream. Because if you chase just the almighty dollar, afterwards you are going to regret it, because you are going to be unhappy and frustrated maybe. And well, I believe that our passion far outweighs the salary and so forth, because if you really enjoy something, you will put your nose down into it, and then the money will come as a consequence.
Okay, interesting. So thank you, Anna. Thank you, David. Interesting points. Slightly different, but with similarities. We're going to see what this article says. But Anna, you used some really great idioms just then, but I just want to clarify, because this is a funny one. You said what ticks you off. Actually, that is a correct idiom, but if something ticks you off, it makes you angry or makes you annoyed.
No, I mean the opposite. Sorry, I meant the opposite.
Yeah, what makes you tick, right? Which is what sort of sparks your interest or what interests you. Okay.
Okay. Should I say makes you tick instead?
Yes. Yeah. What makes you tick?
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Anna, for that. Let's carry on, and Anna, you can carry on reading for us, please, if you wouldn't mind, from Taken Literally.
Taken literally, however, the idea of following your passion is terrible advice. The problem with passion. In 2011, I co-founded 80,000 Hours, a non-profit focused on helping people to find satisfying careers in which they will have the largest social impact. The name refers to the amount of time you will typically work in your lifetime.
Thank you,
In the
Anna.
sorry.
Just stop there. That's all right. We'll just do a little bit at a time. This word here, just be careful not to squash the syllables together. So it should be profit, profit.
Profit.
Yeah, that's better. Well done. You have very nice connections between your words, I might add. Okay, and we'll get David to read the next one. In the past 4 years.
Okay. In the past 4 years, as well as delving deep into existing research, we've interviewed hundreds of people across a wide range of careers and coached hundreds more. One of the most glaring things we've discovered is that trying to pursue some preordained passion is entirely the wrong way to find a career you enjoy that makes a big difference to the world. Why? Well, for starters, most people's passions just don't fit well with the world of work.
Thank you, David. This one here is preordained. Preordained.
Preordained. Okay.
Yep. Does anyone know what preordained means? No? If you look at this word here, ordained, this is a word that we usually use with ministers of religion. So we definitely use it in Christianity. I'm not sure if we use it so much with other religions. But if you are ordained, it means that you basically have passed all of the tests and you have been accepted into being the leader of a church. And it's sort of a bit of a connection with God in a way. So if something is preordained, it's not to do with religion necessarily, but it means it's almost like something that has already been decided. So your passion in this case has already been decided, and then whether or not you use that to follow with your work. So yes, Adela, predestined, not predestinated, predestined. Yeah, good synonym. Does anyone have any further questions? No? Okay. So who is writing this? Natasha. Who is the author? Can you tell us a bit about them?
Sorry?
Who is the author of this article? Who is writing it? Can you tell us a bit about what we've just learned about the writer?
Okay. I suppose that in this case, author said about problems with people who maybe had desire and passions about something job, but unfortunately they couldn't do it well because they unfit. Maybe they have something problems with their character, for example, and they couldn't do their job good. In this case, or maybe they had a different meaning about this job, and in this case they couldn't do it as well because they really understand what they had to do.
Okay, thank you, Natasha. They couldn't do something well. Well is used to describe as an adverb, okay? So they couldn't do something well, not good.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let's carry on reading. And Jose, could you take one study, please?
Okay. One study of Canadian college students found that 84% of them had passions, and 90% of these passions involved sports, music, and art, but only 3% of jobs are in the sports, music, and art industries. The result is massive competition for a few highly priced jobs, and just because you have a passion for, say, music, doesn't mean that you'll be a particularly good professional musician.
Thank you, Jose. This one is prized. Prized.
Prized.
Yeah.
Prized.
Thank you. Great. Questions about his paragraph, anybody?
No, teacher, I cannot see the verbally chat box, so I cannot see the corrections you've been typing.
Ah, okay. Well, maybe at the end of class, Anna, I can transfer them over, or check at the end of class. You can go back to the class and look at the side. Maybe you'll be able to see it's like a different chat box. I'll switch over and make my next comments in the other chat box. Okay, let's continue reading. Oh, did anyone else have anything to say about that? Any questions about that paragraph?
No question, but I was thinking that for me the most important thing in any job is motivation, and if you the best way to find the motivation is to follow your passion. So maybe it's true that maybe you aren't the best professional, but you can be one of the best, or you can be good because your motivation is very high.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I'm not agree with this paragraph. No, I think that if you have a high motivation, you will be maybe not the best professional, but a good professional.
Okay, interesting. Thank you, Mikkel. I'm interested to hear what you think about this, because when I was reading this before, I found it interesting to find that 90% of people's passions involved sports, music, and art. What it made me think, I guess, is that people have quite a narrow view of what a passion may be. What do you guys think about this?
I am one of them. I have a big passion about the sport, and it's my life, and I work in this area. So yes, for me, then the main problem is that sometimes if you don't have a border between your passion and your job, you can be inside a tunnel all your life. You can feel that you are inside only one tunnel. Yes, it's something that happens, but if you are very, very motivated, it's something good.
Yeah, interesting. Thank you, Mikkel. So you obviously have a really keen passion in sport. Perhaps for people who don't have such keen passions, maybe they like sport, but they're not like really, really highly motivated. Perhaps in that sort of situation, maybe the work is not so important. I'm not sure. Interesting to think about. So I think we're up to Julian. Our interests and passions.
Our interests and passions also evolve over time. Psychologists have shown that they change much more than we anticipate. Just think about your greatest interest 10 years ago. It's completely different from what you are interested in today. You may plan your life believing you never want to have kids, but then find when you are 30 that your preference changes dramatically.
Your
Yes,
preferences, Julian.
Preferences?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, questions? Everyone following?
No.
No.
Not following? No questions.
I'd like to.
No questions.
Okay.
I'd like to say something about this.
Sure, thank you, David. Go ahead.
I don't agree because I think if you have a patient, probably you will have this patient for all your life. For example, when you have children, you have to park your patients for a while, and years later you can uh, begin again to develop your patient. For example, I love music and sports, and I've loved them for many years. And I think if my body works, I will love sports forever, and music also forever. And I don't agree with this.
Okay, I think you've got a good point there. I'm not sure whether or not the problem here is that we haven't really defined what a passion is. When you say passion, what exactly are we talking about? Would anyone else like to comment? Do you think that it's true that they change, or are they fundamentally the same? Maybe the expression of them changes.
May I?
No.
Yeah.
I agree with the author. I believe that our passions may change in our path. Because sometimes you are very excited about something, you are very happy, and then a lot of bad things can happen, and you can go through a bunch of upheavals, and then you may ask yourself, is it worth it, or should I give up? And then you can give up on things, and also it can down on you that you are good at something that you didn't know before, and you can discover a new passion in your life, and there are plenty of people that suddenly change their lives out of the blue, even when they had achieved a lot of things in their lives, they decide to change and start over.
Okay.
But they have.
Yeah. Sorry, Anne, I didn't mean to interrupt there. Carry on.
They have to have the guts to do such a dramatic change.
Yeah, excellent point. It takes quite a lot of courage, I think, to change things after you've been doing the same thing for a while. Let's hear from Maria. What do you think, Maria? Oh, she's gone. All right, Ksenia, we haven't heard from you much today yet. What do you think?
Actually, I agree with Anna because I analyzed my life and I think I don't have one passion, only one passion. Especially when I was child, I think every new month I have a new passion.
Yes, I can definitely relate to that, Ksenia. I think I was the same. But maybe both points of view, what David was saying and what Anna was saying, are sort of both true. Maybe you can have a sort of a general passion that stays with you, but in like smaller things can change, or maybe the way you see it changes. Interesting. Let's keep going, and we'll get Ksenia to read, and while we're at it.
And while we're at it, the idea of following your gut to find work you love is so terrible advice. The evidence suggests that we're bad at predicting what will make us happy. We overestimate the negative impact of bad change to our lives, because we overlook at the good things in our lives that stay constant across change. That more, we forget to appreciate how we'll psychologically adapt to new situations. This means that our gut judgments about what will make us happy are far too influenced by the status quo. We like that we're already used to, and overweight the risks from switching the path we're on.
Great. Thank you, Ksenia. This one is status quo. Status quo.
Status quo.
Yeah. Okay. Questions?
Yes, I don't understand the meaning of our gut judgment. Our good, gut good. I don't understand this word.
Aha, gut. What is a gut?
Gut.
Hmm.
Inside feeling?
Sorry?
Yes, that's right. So actually, literally, Ksenia, your gut is your intestine inside your body where the food is, where the nutrients are absorbed from your food. But we often use it to talk about that feeling that you have inside about sort of things in life. So your gut judgment is like an inner feeling, just like Ksenia says.
So feelings, very, very deep feelings, or
Yes, exactly. We kind of use it to talk about, rather than thinking about something logically, it's how you feel about something. What does your gut say? It's like, well, don't think about the pros and cons, don't think about all of the practicalities, just think about how you feel about it. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Okay. What do you think about this? Do you think that you, if you look back at your life, have you been bad at predicting what will make you happy? Or do you think you're pretty good at it?
And this question for me or for all class?
For anybody who would like to answer. But tell us anyway, Ksenia, how about you? Have you made any decisions that you thought you were going to be really happy and then you found out actually, oh gosh, I don't really like this?
Oh my god, it's a very difficult question because I don't like to make any decisions. I always rely on my closest friends or husband or parents, so I'm such kind of person who don't like to make any decisions.
Okay.
So far so good. I live in a good life, so I think I'll keep doing that. So it's not for me question.
All right, interesting. Thank you. Anybody else? Does anyone else here feel that their gut is very important in how they make decisions in their life? Do they use it all the time? No?
Yes, I try to do it, but sometimes for me the consequence is that I try to do that. I try to listen to my feelings, but sometimes I don't take into account the bad consequence.
Okay.
I only try to account the good part or the good side of the decisions, and then when the things happen, sometimes there are bad consequences that I don't took into account before.
Yeah, so you kind of agree with what it says here, Mikkel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you think that had you thought it through, you might have thought about the negative implications, or do you think they were just unexpected anyway?
I think that we have to try to find the good side of the things, to be positive or to be optimist.
Yeah.
And because sometimes it's very, very difficult to know what will happen in the future. So maybe it's better to dream and things will happen in the same way. So yeah.
Okay, thank you. I just want to say hello to Adam. Welcome, Adam. We're just discussing our views on whether we think it's good to follow your passion in your work or not, basically. So welcome to you.
Hello, everybody. Hey, thanks.
Thanks. All right, we'll carry on reading. So, Mikkel, could you take this one here? So, whether you follow your passions?
So, whether you follow your passions or your gut, what's the word? Gut? Good. Gut. You risk committing to projects that in the long run will no longer interest you. Certainly, there's got to be a better way to find a fulfilling career.
keep going?
Getting engaged. What we found is that the best predictors of job satisfaction are features of the job itself, rather than matters of pre-existing passion. Research shows that what you should be looking for is work that is engaging. Find that, and you're likely to develop long-lasting passion for that work.
Thank you. Great. Thanks, Mikkel. This one here is pre-existing. Pre-existing.
Pre-existing.
Yeah, perfect.
Pre-existing. Okay, thanks.
Okay, questions about what Mikkel read? Well, just want to point out that usually if we say getting engaged, we're not talking about diving into your work. What are we talking about?
About feeling, no?
Your feelings?
No,
Yes. I mean, yes, Adela. In this particular context, yes, we're talking about engaging our feelings. But usually, if you hear someone say, "I'm getting engaged," what are they saying?
Pre-married, no?
Yes, exactly. Right? They are. They have a ring on their finger and they're going to marry somebody. So I just wanted to point that out, just to avoid any confusion. All right, let's continue and see what engaging work is according to this article. Natasha.
Yes. Engaging work can be broken down into 5 factors. Independence.
Independent.
Oh yeah, independence. How much control do you have over how you go about your work? Sense of completion. How much does the job involve completing whole pieces of work so that your contribution to the end product is easily visible? Variety. How far does the job require you to perform a range of different activities, using different skills and talents? Feedback from the job. How easy is it to know whether you are performing well or badly?
Last one?
Oh, okay. Each of these, contribution.
No.
Yes, contribution. How much does your work make a difference, improving the well-being of other people?
Brilliant. Thank you. Don't forget this one is independence, Natasha.
Independence.
Yeah. Right, well done. So let's have a look at these 5 factors. And as you're reading through this, were you thinking about your own job? Do you think that these are important? And if so, are there any of these that you feel your job is lacking, or are there any you feel are very important to you? What would anyone like to comment on this?
Yes, I think the independence is very important for a new job. Oh, for me, yeah.
Yep.
Because if you have dependence, you have the possibility to create about your work, and maybe you feel you are the driver of your life and your work. In some cases, when your independence it's not, or your work is lack of this parameter, you feel like in a jail maybe, and you start to feel that you need some place to be free.
Yeah, absolutely. I think for me, I'm the same as you completely, Julian. I need independence, otherwise I feel trapped or something, and I can't make a good contribution. Absolutely. Anyone else?
But variety is important because the boring job sometimes you're boring to do every day same things. I think it is the worst for me. They don't have different things, different skills.
Yeah, to not have different skills, Adela, is different activities. Yeah.
No, but to use different skills too. No, all sorry. To need to prepare or to long life learn is important to adapt to different situations. I think is
So all
better
types
for
of
me.
variety, yeah. In order to avoid boredom, but also to develop yourself, to keep moving forward, right?
Yes.
Okay, good point. Must agree with you there as well. Anybody else?
Yes, the last one, he speaks about contribution, make a difference, improve the well-being of other people. But yes, other people, yes, but your own life too. So
Yeah.
the well-being of my life or mine, or not all. It's good to contribute to be to offer something for the others, but I think that to have an egoist point of view is not bad in this. Yeah, selfish. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Agreed. Good point. It's almost the same as what Adela was just saying, Mikkel. So the contribution maybe needs to be making a difference to you and to other people. But if it's not making a difference to you, then yeah, absolutely, you're going to feel stuck or depressed or something, maybe. Anybody else? Does anyone feel that one of the things on this list is not very important?
I think the second one, the sense of completion. I agree with the other four. I think they are very important, even more important than money in some cases. But the sense of completion, I think it's a selfish point of view that you need to put your sign somewhere in the product for other people who can view your contribution. And for me, it's not important. I don't need this kind of thing. I don't need the others know that this product I have contributed to make this product. I think the other four are more important.
Right. So for you, David, it's sort of enough to know that you're making a contribution. It doesn't need to be visible, really.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. Anybody else feel that one of these points is not very important? Oh, all right. So let's continue and keep reading. So who are we up to? Adam, would you like to read this paragraph for us, please?
Sure. Each of these factors also contributes to motivation, productivity, and commitment to your employer. Other factors that also contribute to job satisfaction include whether you get a sense of achievement from the from the work, how much support you get from your colleagues, and hygiene factors such as not having unfair pay or a very long commute. You'll notice none of these have much to do with whether the work involves one of your passions.
Great, absolutely. So there's a few other factors there which are mentioned, not primary factors, but definitely contributing factors. Does anyone have any questions about that paragraph? No? Okay, so yes? Maybe Jose, I'm just going to mute you if you don't mind. Okay, so let's continue reading with Adela. Personal fit.
Personal fit. There is no one size fits all perfect job. Personal factors are crucial to choosing the right career. Different people have different strengths, and you'll need to play to your strengths in order to develop mastery at your work. Another important part of enjoying your job.
Keep going.
Okay. For this reason, at 80,000 hours, you are extremely interested in what we call personal fit. To assess your personal fit with a career, the question is, if you were to invest the time, how good would you become at this career compared to other careers you might choose?
Thank you, Adela. Lovely reading. Any questions?
Yes, this expression, play to your strength. I don't understand the meaning of.
Okay, does anyone want to explain what this means?
Okay. It's understand where is your strength in your job, in your life, and to really develop or to bring your job to the other level, like mastery.
Yes. Yes, thank you, Julian. So if you play to your strengths, what you're doing is you're identifying your strengths and then you're using your strengths to propel you forward. You're focusing on them rather than worrying about your weaknesses, I guess. Any other questions?
Okay, thanks.
No worries. All right, let's just read a little bit more. Anna, the focus.
The focus is on what you could become good at, which isn't necessarily what you are good at now. If you are straight out of university and you look only at your current strengths, you might feel that your best career options would be in music, baseball, or philosophy. But narrowing your options in this way would be a grave mistake. True, you probably don't yet have the main skills like management, marketing, or coding. But that doesn't mean you can't develop them and excel in these areas.
Thank you, Anna. Questions?
Yes, coding. What is the meaning of coding?
Coding. Coding? This one here? This is basically a type of skill that you would use to prepare software programs or that you use in computing.
Okay, now, yes, I get it. Thank you.
No worries. All right, so just last point for the class today. Has anyone had the experience where you've had to learn a new skill for a particular reason, maybe your job or some other area, and then you've really realized that you're actually really good at it and you quite enjoy it, which is a surprise?
May I?
Yeah, go ahead, Anna.
When I was in college, I had to train my hands, because no one was born ready to be a dentist.
Yep.
You have to develop those skills.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to practice a lot.
And you found that you were successful at it?
I think so. My patients don't complain.
I'm sure they don't, Anna. Awesome. All right, well, it's a lot to think about, and I think it's a nice way of looking at it from a different point of view. Whether or not you think that it is a good idea to follow your passion at work or not, I think we've all really agreed that it's definitely a good idea to follow your passion in some way so that you do aim for fulfillment in your life. So thanks all of you for joining me, and such an interesting topic and a great start to the week. I hope you have a good one. I'll see you later on in the week if you come to another class or two. And see you later, guys. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Goodbye, everyone.